I wanted to make a video today in honor of my brother's birthday. He would be 40 years old today. He died 22 years ago. And every single day, I think of my brother. I miss him with all of my heart, and it breaks and it hurts. And it's an integral part of why I talk about mental health. I speak out because if my brother had spoken out, maybe he would be here today. I don't know. But it hurts that he's not here. It hurts that he didn't tell anybody what was going on. And nobody can replace that void, you know? No friendship or partner, anybody can replace the bond that I had with my brother. I loved him. Like anybody else loves their siblings. I loved my brother. And even before he died, I was hurt because he was hurting. And I was, 11, 12 years old. I was helpless. I couldn't help my brother. And I often think if I could have, I would have just tackled him to the ground and knocked him out and kept him safe somewhere. And, because I feel like he did what he did because he was hurting, and I know that he loved me, but I held on to that anger for so many years. I'm still angry about it, because this is somebody who was sweet and sensitive and had a lot of friends and people that really cared about him, and he felt like life wasn't worth living. And for the long time I felt shame about my brother. I wouldn't talk about it. I wouldn't talk about how he took his life. And now I will, because there's no shame in it. And my brother wasn't weak. My brother was in pain, and he was trying to end the pain. And I want to use this opportunity to tell anybody right now who is suicidal, who is depressed, that one, you're not alone, and to seek help. Please, for the love of God, if you are feeling suicidal, talk to somebody and get the help you need, because there are people who care, and life is worth living, and you have no idea the positive effect that you have on others. So please, life is worth living, and I beg you from the bottom of my heart to talk to somebody. And I want to just tell a little story before I end the video. So, like 3 or 4 months ago, I visited back home, and it was really difficult for me to do. A part of me did not want to go back home. I left home over 10 years ago. I had no plans on going back. There was nothing there for me. Just a lot of pain and a lot of trauma, and it was painful to go back. But I did it. I did go back eventually, and it was actually very healing. And so I went back to the church where I had grown up, where I had spent pretty much all my childhood. And I knew it was going to be difficult. And I just remember, so we went to the service, and I was sort of emotional. And I think it was communion or something. And I walked up towards the the things where you pray, right in front of the altar. And I totally broke down and cried. And I didn't just cry, but my whole body shook. It was all the years of grief and hurt and anger and confusion, and all I could say was that I miss my brother. That's all I could do, is say I miss my brother so much. And living here, I live about 8 hours away from where I grew up. I don't feel it on a daily basis. But when I got back home, almost immediately, I felt it. And it was really, really healing for me to be able to cry and get out all this emotion, because I wasn't able to cry about it for years. I didn't even cry at the funeral, actually. And so, I don't know. And sometimes I feel like maybe I talk about my brother too much, but I have to. If I don't talk about my brother, then it's going to eat away at me. as much as it hurts, it's an opportunity to help others and to spread awareness. And for those that knew my brother and loved my brother and loved me and my family, like, I love you very much. You're very, very important to me. And it warms my heart that you cared about my brother so much, and that you've kept my brother in your heart, because I know that he loved you. He was a very special person, and I will end it by saying, happy birthday, Joe. I love you. I miss you. And I know all your friends do as well. So wherever you are, I hope you're safe, brother. I love you.